everyone, my name is Masha. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're filming a vlog about my morning as a nutritionist. And I thought it might be interesting to show some certain activities and tips and tricks that I do, that I have in my routine. And I thought it might be interesting to start with some beauty products that I use. So as you saw, I just washed my face. I use this Medicaid cleanser. It's like literally one of the best. I have a very sensitive skin, and if you guys also have sensitive skin, this and this Aveeno like oat cleanser are like literally one of the best that I found. And now you can see like I'm a bit puffy because obviously I just woke up. I'll do like this, and I'll show you guys the best eye patches I found so far. Again, one of the best because I have two. Those are Rare Berries. Those are the pink ones. They have like different colors. I think the pink ones are like the best for me, but I probably should try the other ones. And you basically have this little thing. I'm not sure how it is called. You get those eye patches out of the box and just stick. Okay, but that's not it. Obviously patches are gonna help depuff, but we're gonna use something more powerful. And this is the Clinical Hot and Ice Mask. It's called Hydra Intensive Cooling Mask. I think it's a French brand. Okay, no, it's the American brand. Okay, so it's a mask that you put on and you feel like cold and hot at the same time, and it depuffs your face in like literally 5 minutes. I know some people like wash it, or some people leave it in, but I wash it off because I then use some other products. So I just use the mask like all around the eye patches. Okay, we're done. The skin is glowy. And I store them in a special fridge, you know those like type of fridges, not the normal ones but for like alcohol. I have one of those in my house, and I just store it there because the temperature is not as high as in the room, but it's not as low as in the normal fridge, and I feel like that's the best case. I think that the skincare fridges, the small ones, you probably saw them, have pretty much the same temperature as the freezer, as the fridge where I store mine. And now we're gonna go and do my lymphatic drainage exercise routine. Okay, and now let's start my lymphatic drainage exercise routine that I do every morning. It's like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you want, however much time you have, you can just spread it out for that amount of time. Hello. I'm also gonna use this big gosha for my legs. I'm gonna show how to do that in a moment. And this small little ball for my neck area. Okay, since I have this mic on, I'm sorry. Since I have this mic on, I'm just gonna do like this part for now. You take this little massage ball and press a little bit, and then just do little massages like this. From the center to the periphery to your shoulder. You can even massage here near the underarm. Okay, now we're gonna start with our head. So do some tilts back and forward. The same from side to side. And then put your arm on your head. Try kind of stretching the other arm and stretch this whole part of your body here. Your neck, your like head, your shoulder part. Okay, and the other side. Now just do like normal circles with your arms, backwards and forwards. So basically what we're doing, we have to open like all parts of our body, especially this like chest, underarm part, kind of like neck, chest, underarm, because some lymphatic like nodes are located here on our nose. So we have to open this part. The other especially important part is your legs. So here, under the knees, in this spot, and we just have to open our legs too. And basically do whatever exercises you want to open this part and open like this part. And then your lymph will flow and you will not feel as puffy. If you want like a full routine, let me know in the comments. I'll just film it for you so you can repeat it every morning and not have to come up with all the exercises you don't know. Time to use my gua sha. Like I'm gonna just massage different areas of my leg. You have to pay close attention to this area. Not sure how it's called. Just massage it. You can just do it with your arms or with your hands, sorry. But I'm just doing it with my ball because it feels better and it's just kind of faster. And I have the ball. But under the knees, you have to be especially like cautious because it's a very important area. You have like a lot of important like points, you know, in your body. You have veins under your knees. So just be really gentle, but still massage it and kind of start the flow of the lymph. Okay, and now also massage this part of your leg. So and now what you have to do, you just take the leg that you just massaged and you start moving your gua sha from the bottom upwards towards the heart. We'll just do the kind of the lower part of the leg first. You can see some red spots appearing, and that's fine because the blood starts to flow, the lymph starts to flow, and you just kind of see this reaction. It doesn't have to be long. You can just do like 10 moves on this part of the leg and then like 10 moves on this part of the leg, or you can do it for a longer period of time. You can see how it's becoming red. That's fine. Obviously do not like press too hard that you will have like bruises on your leg. That's not what we want, but press hard enough for it to make like some effect, you know. Okay, and let's do the same with the other leg. Okay, you guys, we're back at the bathroom and I'm just gonna wash off my mask. I found out that the best and the most effective, the fastest way to do it is just to take like a paper towel and basically just wash it off with a paper towel. Because if you do it, for especially this mask, if you do it with just like water in your hands, you will rub your face for 5 minutes and it will barely wash off, sorry. Then I have just something on my lips. I did a lip filler a little bit, like 1 milliliter last week, exactly on Monday. By the way, it's Monday today. And then like 2 days ago, I got some weird things around my lips. I usually get that type of reaction when I like overstress or like when I have some really hard times. But like, I don't feel like I stressed a lot recently and I have no clue where is this coming from. And nothing is helping, so I have to figure out what to do with it. Okay, now that I washed the mask off, I'm gonna show you guys my kind of short but very effective skincare routine. I have very sensitive skin. It gets red, it gets irritated, like after everything, like after pretty much all the products. So what I'm gonna show you guys now is like literally treasure. If you have sensitive skin, you have to try this product if you haven't tried, or if you haven't like found your products now. So the best, just normal moisturizing face cream is Aveeno. I also used their cleanser for some time. I also like it a lot. I mean, obviously I showed you guys I'm now using the Medicate one, but Aveeno cleanser is also like really amazing. I'm using the eczema therapy because I'm prone to like eczema, and when I use this one, like pretty much nothing bad happens with my skin. You just need a little bit, like a tiny bit, and I just use it like as a foundation for all the other creams I use, because if I skip this one, others may irritate my skin, I would say. And then an interesting lot is the Medicate Daily Radiance Vitamin C Cream. It has like SPF 30, but I just use it like as a vitamin C cream. I also have their just normal, C Tetra cream. I used it. Okay, something's going wrong when I'm filming, so I used this one before, but now since it's like summertime, I switched to this vitamin C cream with SPF. Just apply a couple of dots everywhere on my face. Boom, boom, boom. A little bit on my neck. And since it's summer, since we have a lot of sun out, I'm gonna use this Hydro Barrier sunscreen with SPF 50. It's Dr. I think the brand is called something like this. Also, like I've tried probably 10 SPF creams, like if not more. And this is one of the best that I found. It doesn't leave a very like visible white kind of mask on your face. You just have to rub it in really like good and then you'll be fine. And then also like it doesn't irritate my skin, especially if I put the Avena cream first and the Medicaid cream and then the Dr. SPF, then it just works perfectly for me. And then now I'm using the Angel's Share perfume. It's from Kilian. It's my new perfume and I've been using it for like probably like a little bit less than a month, but it smells like apple pie with some alcohol in it. I don't know, like it's so good. I think like you can just try it in the stores, like somewhere in like Saks or Nordstrom. You just smell it, and like I just really like this kind of perfumes, which are like sweet, but also like not as stupidly sweet, you know. So, and then for our lips, I'm gonna use the Biologic Recherche BioKiss cream or BioKiss balm. Like guys, I've been using it since March. Now it's like almost the end of June. Like it looks almost like I've never used it. Okay, and you just apply a little bit. Of course, it's like on a little bit like a pricier side. I think it was like almost $100 for one little balm, maybe a bit less, but I really like it. And you can like, I think I'm gonna use it for a year. I think it'll last for a year, so maybe that's a good investment. Okay, and then lastly, the only bit of makeup I have is that I just used like a gel for my brows. Looks something like this, and I just kind of like brush my brows up. Sometimes I would use mascara, but not today because like I don't need it. I'm probably gonna go to the gym and I'm not gonna do anything extra special, so I don't really need it. And then I just bought a new like palette for like eye palette, you know, and I should probably try it on because I'm tired of being no makeup. So now we're gonna go to the best part, to the best place. We're gonna go to the kitchen and do our morning breakfast, guys. Okay, you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know my breakfast staple. It's usually oats, egg white, whisked egg white protein oats with berries, with chocolate, and then also like a toast with something, or like eggs, something on the side, so like a savory part and a sweet part. And now we're gonna start with the oats. Have some leftover oats. Those are like still cut, I think. Like you have to boil them for like 40 minutes. That's my grandma. And I just have some left from tomorrow, and I'm gonna like reboil them with some extra water, whisk an egg and put it in. You'll see how I do it. And then we're gonna do the savory part too. Okay, I'm not sure if this is gonna be enough. Oi, it looks really weird, sorry. I'm gonna add some boiling water and like kind of reboil it a bit. I know that looks weird, but it'll save me some time. Or you can also use just like normal oatmeal flakes. That'll also work. And in fact, like if I don't have enough of those, I'm gonna use some just like quick oatmeal. You can see my grandma is boiling some for my sister. Those are just normal quick oats. You can also use them, but those are my oats. I'm just gonna let them boil for a bit, and then I'm gonna add the egg whites. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take an egg. Like I would prefer a bigger egg, to be honest, to have like more egg white in it, but it's fine. I'm gonna separate the egg white from the egg yolk, and then just use a fork to mix it. if someone from my family asks me to prep the same oats for them, I'll just use a mixer to make it quicker, because obviously you can whisk 1 egg in a matter of like minutes. It usually takes me like 2 minutes. But if you're whisking like 3-4 eggs, then the mixer would be like the best choice. Okay, I hope my camera did not get steamy, but basically I have this kind of whisked foam and I pour it in. And then I just mix it well and turn off the heat and let it sit on the stove for like another 2 minutes probably. Okay, and then you have to take the prettiest bowl you have in your house and just pour your oats into the bowl. Usually my oats will be like fluffier. I don't know why, what happened this time. Maybe that's because I used yesterday oats and they're not as like fluffy, I don't know. But yeah, or maybe I used just too little oats. I don't know, maybe, okay. So if I used a little bit less oats today, I'm gonna just add some more bread because I still need a lot of carbs in my breakfast. Okay, and now we're gonna do the savory part. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some veggies. I'm gonna, like my staple is cucumber, some tomatoes, and then I'm gonna have this big yellow tomato to like put it in the microwave and make like a toast with this tomato and some chicken. But before, I have this big loaf of buckwheat bread and I'm gonna cut a piece for myself. So usually, usually I would not track or like measure grams of my foods, but now I just wanna learn and kind of get the gist of like how much food is how many calories, or how does, for example, like 50 grams of bread look like, you know, so then I can like advise people more clearly how much or what foods to add into their diet, you know. So, but I personally, for me, like mainly I focus just on my like hunger, fullness cues, but if I would need to teach someone how to eat properly, we would first, or like not how to eat properly, how to like kind of improve their relationship with food. First, we will start from like some portions that would be measured for a person to understand how much of what foods they need to properly function, you know, how many carbs, fats, protein, fiber they need. And then they would just kind of transfer to the hunger and fullness cues. And that's going to be named intuitive eating, because intuitively they will know how much of what they should add into their diet. So, I would usually do like 25-30 grams of bread. That's like a piece like that. Like how is this 15 grams and this is 10 grams? They're the same. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. We got 30 grams. It's gonna be this and this part. This is 30 grams of bread. Okay, so now I'm gonna do like a little, I don't know, toast, a little sandwich situation. So I'm gonna have my bread, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of blue cheese. I feel like blue cheese, you can add just like a little bit of it, and then you still get, you know, that like taste of cheese. You still get some cheesy situation on there. And then I'm gonna cut my yellow tomato. I just need 2 like really thin slices, and I'm gonna place 1 on each board. But look at this heart-shaped situation. Hi guys! Mwah!
Hello. Hello. Мы там завтра готовим.
Okay, finally I can film without anyone interrupting me. Okay, so, and then to add some protein to our toast, I'm gonna just add this like chicken, I don't know, sausage, how would you call it? I don't know. I'm gonna half it, and I'm gonna add on each toast. Okay, I actually have to figure out a way where you can see me and where you can see food I'm preparing. And then obviously we'll have this bread just on the side. Okay, so 1 piece of this chicken sausage contains probably like 3 grams of protein. Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine. We have like 6-7 grams of protein in this chicken. some in bread, some in oats, and then obviously we have an egg white. It's also like 6 grams of protein. So I feel like we'll have like about 20 grams of protein in this breakfast. That's very good. Okay, and you just put it in the microwave for like 1 minute, I think. By the way, guys, this is such a tasty thing. I prepared it yesterday. You just basically use like flatbread, cottage cheese, and some berries, and you make the best dessert ever. Okay, we're gonna put our thing here. Okay, we're back at our station, and we're gonna continue prepping the savory part of our breakfast. We're gonna do some cucumber. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, but for like every meal, for like lunch, dinner, breakfast, I cut cucumbers different ways. So for breakfast, I like to half it and then like cut those little, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Cut those little circles kind of. My bread. Whenever I'm filming, I'm not functioning properly. I just want you to know it. Look at our toast. Underneath the tomatoes and the chicken, the cheese like melted, so it's gonna be the best. And then I'm gonna add some salad. I'm gonna add some dill, and I think I had something else. Okay, now we got our cucumbers, and I'm just gonna put it here. Okay, guys, actually, I hope you hear me well, because like everyone woke up, everyone is preparing breakfast, everyone is doing something. It's Monday. And then we're gonna just add my tomatoes. I just have them because they're small, and you guys just have to see how many different berries we have here. Like little like strawberries, this type of cherries, this type of cherries. Then I don't even know how it is called. Small blueberries, and then blackberries. Okay, like if we're gonna play it safe, we're gonna add some strawberries and maybe those berries or cherries. Should we try cherries? I'm gonna do cherries and maybe these berries. Okay, I'm actually so afraid that I'm gonna squeeze some juice on my new yellow t-shirt. Fun fact about me, if my food doesn't look good, like I'm not gonna eat it. Okay, so we got almost like 100 grams of berries, and then also I'm gonna put a piece of chocolate here and it'll like melt, and it's gonna be the best oats in the world. Okay, so we're gonna bring this. And you guys, a fun fact about me, I would always choose the smallest spoon that ever exists to eat my oats. Okay, and now I'm just gonna add some tomatoes, garlic, and basil onto my toast. And then also I'm gonna add some flaky sea salt. I don't know, I feel like it even tastes better than the normal salt. Then I'm gonna just also add some pepper. Fresh pepper. I didn't make a photo for Instagram. And then whenever I add chocolate into my oatmeal, I usually like make a video where I like melt this chocolate and kind of like mix it with the oatmeal. Let's make a taste test. Wait. I'm gonna take one of my extra super, how do you call it? Tanya, how do you call this? Huh? How do you call this? Not a sandwich? Sandwich? Okay.
Like a toast with...
Toast. Okay, I'm gonna take a bite of my toast. Tastes like pizza. Cheese, tomato, chicken kind of combo never misses, I think. For some reason, breakfast is my favorite part of the day, favorite meal of the day. Because maybe like you wake up with your receptors like kind of being renewed, you know, and you just feel all the flavors. Okay, and now this is like crazy content, because when you're eating, you guys are not filming, not spending time on your phone. So I'm gonna close the camera and come back to you when I'm gonna make my coffee and eat my oatmeal. Okay, now we're gonna make my morning coffee. I'm using this All Pro Barista almond milk because I didn't find anything better. In the US, I would use like Elmhurst or Califia. Okay, and by the way, I like making my coffee in like different types of glasses have all of those here. So I'm gonna use this one for today, and I'm gonna do something like a cappuccino. Okay, again, so if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I always add some sort of chocolate to my oatmeal. And today I'm gonna add a piece of chocolate, obviously. But you know those like Milka cows? I don't know. So I thought I'm also gonna put it in. So we're gonna crumble milk chocolate in. Actually, what I want to do, I want to buy some Oreos, like, you know, some interesting flavors, and also like crumble it next time into my oatmeal. You guys, the best. Like, if you haven't tried oats, if you've never made them like this, you have to try it. Okay, so I just finished breakfast, and I'm gonna make some water with cucumber, some orange, then lemon. And then I'm also adding some mint. So why am I adding all of that to my water? That's because all of those ingredients kind of help you depuff. I'm gonna take this big jar and I'm gonna put some lemons in it and some oranges also in here. I'm gonna cut one cucumber. So all you do is you add all the ingredients into one jar, then just leave it for as much time as you can, as you want, and then drink it throughout the day. I saw a hack somewhere that you have to like squeeze your mint before like adding it anywhere, because it'll like kind of let its juices out. I mean, I'm not sure if it works. Okay, and lastly, just add some water to it. And then just leave your water for like an hour or so, maybe less. Okay, so the plan for the next like hour and a half, it's 10:30 now, is to study. I'm studying nutrition. I already have like a lot of certifications at IAN and Precision Nutrition, but now I'm studying more like in depth, actually like those biochemical reactions, all of that. That's obviously harder, but that's really interesting, and that helps me explain a lot of things in my work on Instagram for you here on YouTube. So I'm gonna do that for the next like hour and a half, I think. My extra special work environment, I mean, usually I work obviously on a table, but since like someone is eating in the kitchen, someone is on the desk, like occupy the desk, I'm just gonna study in my room on the bed, and yeah. So I just finished my study session, I would say, and I'm going to the gym. I'll have a leg day today. I think I'm gonna be there for like an hour because I do all the steps in the workout, obviously some stretching, then the main part, then stretching afterwards, maybe some cardio. So I'm going there. Since it's already like 12 p.m, it's not morning, and I'm gonna finish this vlog, and I hope you guys liked it because I showed a lot of things here. I don't know how long it'll be, but yeah, I enjoyed filming it, and if you guys also enjoyed it, leave like below and comment about any other videos you want to see on my channel, maybe something about nutrition, something about wellness, health, or some personal stuff. So comment below, follow me if you're not following, and see you in the next vlog.